So it's my last few days here in LA. To be exact, I've got about 5 days left. I've had an amazing time out here. Made some new friends, met some amazing people, some new contacts, both in and outside of the industry, and just really experiencing all that California has to offer. The climate, the nothing but sunshine daily, which is what I absolutely love. So many good things have come from this trip, and that was really my purpose, primarily to come out and visit my sister, but also to just really experience life in a different part of the world for longer than what normally would be a holiday for me. So from that point of view, I can't really be disheartened or downbeat about the fact that I'm going home. There'll be plenty of opportunities to come back out here, and this is my third time out here in just over a year, so it's a place that I love to come to, so I'm sure I'll be back soon enough. But I really wanted to make a video about my trip out here, not so much the trip, but what that has meant in terms of my lifestyle and making adjustments according to the environment that I'm in. So today's video is about listening, or the art of listening to your body, and how that will ultimately impact your health and well-being, either positively or negatively. As I've already said, there's certain things in this part of the world that aren't the same as back home, least of all the 8-hour time difference. There's the intense heat and sunshine that London doesn't really get, or not consistently anyway, and just a general change of routine. So there's several things that I've been exposed to that aren't what I would consider normal for me, and I've found myself just doing things to adapt to that, not necessarily consciously, but more what my body's just telling me to do. So for example, I have noticed that I'm eating more fruits than I would back home, and that's not because I don't like fruits or I have a problem against fruits, clearly not, but I just naturally find myself needing them more, so I go with that. And similarly, I have, because of the weather and the heat, I have found that for me to train at what would be considered my normal time, so early afternoon or late morning, it's just too hot here to do that, and my body can't really adapt to that and doesn't function well under that heat trying to work out. So I've been working out earlier in the mornings. And what else? So there's those two things. There was one other thing. Oh yeah, just generally taking afternoon rest. So I'm shut eye for about 20 minutes, and or occasionally going to bed earlier than I would do normally. Again, these aren't things that I'm doing consciously. I'm not saying, I must go to bed earlier or I must take a nap or whatever. It's just me listening to what my body is telling me and responding to that positively to ultimately lead to me being fully energetic and capable of really enjoying my 6 weeks here. In fact, I would probably say that I have had increased vitality in my time here than I would experience back home. And as I've mentioned many times, health, well-being and all that goes with it is on a scale. So that's not to say that my vitality was low before, but I really do respond well to the warm weather and sunshine, and I knew that before coming out here. So that only adds to my feeling and sense of well-being. And so my point is that because I am able to and willing to listen to what my body is asking of me, I can make the necessary adjustments as and when they're needed to maintain a steady level of vitality and well-being, and with that comes everything else, so athletic performance, body shape, etc. And I've just used the example of me being here in Los Angeles, having to adapt to the environment I'm in, but that doesn't have to be such an extreme example for most people. That's just my present situation. But my real point is that a lot of people that I work with or I speak to are so disengaged from the symptoms that their body is trying to relay to them that they go completely ignored. that's largely because of years of mismanagement and just pollution, for want of a better word, of the body, that leads them to just not being able to distinguish when there's a genuine sign and symptom that the body is trying to relay. There's just so much chaos or background noise, to put it another way, that these messages can't really be picked up on. And so that really is something that I always instill with clients, is that as much as you have a goal of weight loss or whatever else, and it is my job to give you the tools and the direction to help you achieve that, I'm much more about giving you the tools and direction to achieve balance within your body, and through that balance ultimately achieve your goals. But having that balance, that stillness or calmness within the body, will then allow people to be able to really be self-sufficient, because then from that point you will be able to pick up on the symptoms that your body is telling you and act accordingly. And to me, that's the ultimate goal for anyone that I work with, regardless of their physical goal, so to speak. It is to have a body where they can tap into that innate ability to respond to the environment they're in. I mean, we live in a dynamic world, so it'd be no good to anyone to, on the surface, get the results they want, but then be tied down to a linear way of thinking. Because when situations do change, and they don't have to be as drastic as flying halfway around the world on holiday, but when situations do change, you want to be able to respond positively to your environment, and ultimately to not let your environment be of detriment effect to your body. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to say in this video. I've kept it short. As always, the article to this video will be in the information box below. There's definitely more information within that article, so please click on that and read everything that I've written about based on this topic. And also within the information box, I'll put a link to my book, The Weight Loss Blueprint, which is all about, as I said, what I do with my clients is all about getting that body back into a place of balance, achieving your goals along the way, but then, to me, more importantly, giving you the platform to be able to have that relationship with your body, to know what works for you at any given time, to really be in charge and empowered by the body you have, and not really have to just go through the motions, so to speak, and then wonder why sometimes you feel great, sometimes you don't feel so great. So yeah, I'll put that link in there as well, so you can click through and read about my book, buy it if you wish. It's backed with a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you've got little risk of getting something that you're not happy with anyway, let alone the fact that you have that money-back guarantee. That's it from me, and that's it from me out here in sunny California. I suppose my next video will be back in London. Hopefully it won't be cold, grey and rainy, but that's never too far away, unfortunately. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.